I'm sure you all know Stanley Black Decker from the machinery industry space. But are you aware of a solid competitor for your investment consideration? Come on, let's dive in and see who that is. I'm Ernie from Shark Investments, and I'm bringing you dividend bearing stocks that are quality long term potential investments because they've had to pass my rigorous standards. In order to get on my list, they have to pass one of the following 6 criteria. They either have to have increasing cash flow per share, earnings per share, or dividends per share for 17 years. In the case of cash flow or earnings, they could be allowed one negative or one flat year and get on the list. And in the case of dividends, we'll only let them have one flat year over that 17 years to make our list. Achieving any one of the 6 gets them on the list, and then I bring them to you for your further consideration. This data is all derived from the Value Line Investment Survey. They are a non-advertisement source of information. If you want to learn more, go to www.valueline.com. As of this recording, I am not paid or compensated in any way from valueline.com. Okay, we are diving right in with Stanley Black Decker, ticker SWK. Their dividend yield is 1.7%. That's on $164.07, and that is valid as of the 9th of October, 2020. We can see that Stanley Black Decker is not qualified as cash flow per share or earnings per share, but they are a Div 0. That means they had 17 years of increasing dividends with no flat years. All right, on the long-term trend lines, we get a better idea what this looks like. You've got cash flow per share in blue, earnings per share in green, dividends per share in gold. Cash flow and earnings, nice generally upward trend with a few hits in there, but the dividends per share, a nice upward slope. On the year-to-year change, it becomes very obvious why they are not qualified for cash flow or earnings, but you can see that the gold dividend per year change is always above the 0 line. Now we're comparing them to MSC Industrial Direct, ticker MSM. Their yield is a whopping 4.8%, and that's on $63.02. That's as of the 9th of October, 2020. Again, they are not qualified for cash flow per share or earnings per share, but they are qualified as a Div 1. 17 years of increasing dividends per share with the exception of this last period. Now we got to be careful here because you see these numbers are bolded. These years are not wrapped in the books yet. So, and you can see 21 is a forecast year. So this could change still. So we need to pay attention to that. All right, long-term trend line. Well, you know, we got some zigs and zags going on here, but this is a generally upward trend for cash flow and earnings, and definitely an upward trend on the dividends. Here's the flat year right here at the end of the reporting period. In the year-to-year change, we can see very clearly where they took their hits in cash flow and earnings that have caused them to not be qualified. The dividend change each year is above the 0 line with the exception of this last year. Now, how do they stack up side by side? Well, here's the cash flow per year. We have Stanley Black Decker in the gold. MSC is in the blue. It's kind of confusing. MSC Industrial and their ticker is MSM. So watch out for that when you're doing your research there. But here we can see that Stanley Black Decker is outperforming MSC. In the earnings per share, same thing. Stanley Black Decker outperforming MSC. And finally, in the dividends per share, You've got Stanley Black Decker outperforming until this last period here. But if you look at a percentage perspective, MSC is at 4.8% right now. Stanley Black Decker on 1.7%. But of course, that's 1.7% on a price of 164.07 per share versus 4.8% on 63.02 per share. Hey, if you're enjoying these quick hit dividend yielding stock comparisons, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. That's the little red button down in the lower right hand corner. When you do that, click on the bell with the all indicators so that you don't miss a single episode. Make sure you tell your friends too so that they can be better informed investors as well. We're going to put some links up here to help you find some more of my stock comparison videos. And I look forward to talking with you all on the next one. Have a great day.